because we are what's out there. This one is we're excited to talk about this.
Yeah, we are.
This is another one of those feel good things, you know?
Need a little feel good.
So this one is titled 89-year-old man earns Ph.D. in physics from Brown University.
Hey.
Isn't that sweet?
Dude, that just makes you feel good. Especially, the reason I wanted to talk about this earlier is kind of like to talk about the whole, like, yes, age at a certain point is just a number at a certain point. When you're 90, 89 in this case, when you're upper end of your life in most cases, not just throwing in the towel and going on the back burners of, oh, I've already retired, I don't want to do anything. Bro, my guy is interested in physics, interested in changing the world, doing the best he can for himself. Mm-hmm. Getting a PhD was probably a massive deal for him. Much respect.
Yeah, I want to read a good amount of this.
Yeah, please do.
It's really good. And I'll leave the links for all of these in the bio.
Yep.
He's from Rhode Island. He is celebrating the achievement of his lifelong dream after earning his doctorate in physics at age 89. Isn't that sweet? His name is Manfred Steiner.
Manfred, my man.
Manfred Steiner, who previously earned a medical degree and a doctorate in biochemistry, said his attention turned back to physics after he retired at age 70 from working as a hematologist at Brown University. So he's like a very decorated
Successful
man.
dude.
He's done a lot.
That's huge, man.
That's sweet. So Steiner said he had always wanted to I don't know how they worded this, but he was always interested in physics, but went into medicine instead at his family's urging. Okay.
Yep.
That seems like a kind of an old school thing. That makes sense.
Yep. Make money for the family.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, I guess physics was a less.
Yeah. Then it was.
Wasn't something that was so researched and developed. Yeah. He said retirement allowed him to start taking physics classes at Brown.
Dude,
so he waited like 70 years to do this.
My guy, bro.
He never let that dream die.
I'm going to tell you now, there's nothing better than walking into a class at college and seeing somebody like, you know, if you're 50, if you're 40, if you've got kids, if you're someone coming back to achieve something that they didn't do their first time around or did never have the opportunity, like, that makes you feel good. It makes you want to work. Like,
yeah.
I had a girl in one of my classes, she brought her kid with her to class, and the professor, like, they don't discriminate. You know, if you have a kid, they're going to give you the same education. And if the baby's crying, like there was one where, because it's sometimes the parent will walk out and, you know, take care of the baby and then come back in, but you can't guarantee the baby's going to stay quiet for 50 minutes. There was one class I think it was at K-State. I can't remember off the top of my head, but a lady came in with a baby, and as the baby starts to cry, the professor picks up the baby, you know, gets approval before just nabbing this.
Give me that thing.
Baby. Give me this baby. Picks up the baby, and he's like teaching and still just holding the baby, cradling it.
That's
as
sweet.
He's teaching. That's
awesome,
so
nice.
Man.
Yeah, that helps the parent out too so much. That makes them feel like, because I can only imagine you being a parent having no choice but to bring your child to classes with you, how you feel about that. But having your professor do something like that means a lot for sure.
So they care. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
We're happy for Manfred, man. That's awesome.
Seriously, yeah. It's
89.
like a lifelong dream, and he finally did it. And this is a quote from him again. In medicine, I always felt there were so many variables, he said. In physics, there are some variables, a lot of them actually, but you can go to a precision that is unmatched anywhere else in the scientific world. Whoa. This is kind of, he got a PhD, so he had to go pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Steiner was awarded his doctorate after successfully defending his thesis, Corrections to the Geometrical Interpretation of Bosonization. Don't even know what that means.
I have no idea what a lot of those words mean.
So here's a quote his ending quote. Even though I am old, I would like to continue with physics, and even after writing and publishing this paper, I want to continue my research, he said. I always try to keep my brain sharp. Physics certainly helped me do that.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so he's somebody that you would want to sort of base your mindset off of, for sure.
I agree. In a lot of different forms.
Wow, that's awesome.
We're happy for you, man. Keep working.
Let's get him on the podcast, man.
I would love to get him on the podcast.
That could actually be a really interesting, because I can guarantee you he has so many stories to tell.
Oh, totally. I would be so honored just to sit here and listen.
Yeah, that would be sweet. Okay, Manfred, we'll put that on the list.
Yeah, I will.